Hey there, everybody. Welcome to another exhibition game between the Iron Butterflies and the Chomskys. The Chomskys are at home. It's Tom Seaver for the Chomskys versus Jim Clancy for the Iron Butterflies. The score here in the bottom of the fifth is 0-0. So both pitchers with a one-hit shutout to this point. There hasn't been much offense, but I'm sure that's going to change very, very soon. So let's start off with Rudy York, the catcher for the Chomskys. Good power. He's a right-handed hitter. Not a very good defensive catcher. Rick Burleson, the defensive shortstop, and then Bake McBride, the center fielder. Right, here's the pitch from Jim Clancy. He's a right-hander from the Blue Jays in '78. It's going to be a 4 off of Rudy, and that's chopped to the shortstop, Travis. Over to first, and that's one down. Next is Rick Burleson. And that is double, so we're going to pull a gamble card, see what happens. And that's a batter, so it's going to be a strikeout. 2 down. And Bake McBride, he's a lefty. Pretty good defensive outfielder. That's a 5 off of Clancy. That's strike 3, so back-to-back Ks to end the inning. Go to the top of the sixth. Pitcher starts us off, Clancy, Eddie Collins, and Al Simmons. And that's going to be a 7 off the pitcher. That's a pop-up to left field. 1 down. Eddie Collins is next. And that's an 8 off Collins, and that's a ground ball to the shortstop. Burleson fires the first and scooped out of the dirt by Keith Hernandez for out number 2. And here's Al Simmons. And that's a 7 again off of the batter. And that's a fly ball in the gap, and Bake McBride runs it down to retire the side. Tom Seaver leading off the bottom of the sixth inning. It's going to be a 9, but it's off of the batter, and that's a hard hit ground ball right at the third baseman, Howell, who backhands it. Long throw to first, and in time, 1 away. It's going to be leading off is Jimmy Pearsall, and then Nellie Fox, a righty and a lefty. And that's going to be a 7 off of Pearsall's card, and that's a high fly to left center field. Hack Wilson and Simmons converge, and the center fielder is going to call him off for out number 2. And here's Nellie Fox. He bats from the left side. Batted .311, and that's a 6 off of the pitcher. That's a slow ground ball to Gehrig at first, and he's going to step on the bag, and that retires the side. So we're going to shutout cards now. We are going to shut out cards. We're starting off the 7th inning. So there's Seaver shutout card, and then Clancy's going to get one as well. So both starters are going on shutout cards right now. And it's going to be Babe Ruth. And that is a 3 off the Babe, and that is 3 balls and 2 strikes. I guess he gets another chance. And that is a 7 off of. Oh, it's a high fly, deep right field. Back goes Clemente and makes the catch at the warning track. So Ruth gave it a ride. And here's Gehrig. And that's double 5, so we're going to pull a card. And it's off the batter. So double 5 is going to be a bloop. Dunks in there between McBride and Clemente and kind of rolls away from him. And around second is Gehrig. He's going to try for third. He's the relay from Fox. Gene Tennis with the tag, and he is out. No, he drops the ball. It rolled out of his glove. So Gehrig is going to be safe at third with a 1-out triple. Yes, sirree. They call it a bloop triple. Yikes. All right, so the infield's forced to be in here in the 7th inning. Hack Wilson, the batter. And that's going to be a 3 off Hack Wilson's card, and that is a base hit single. And the Iron Butterflies are up 1-0. Roy Howell is next. And that is a 7 off of Howell. A high fly to right center field. Big McBride. He's there. 2 down. Cecil Travis, left-handed shortstop. That's an 8 off of Travis, and that's Chop. Back to Seaver. And that retires the side. But the Iron Butterflies pick up a run, and it's a 1-0 lead, and Seaver's done with his shutout card. He goes back to his regular card now. But Clancy's going to have a shutout card, and he's going to be facing Keith Hernandez, Roberto Clemente, and Gene Tennis here in the bottom of the 7th. It's a 1-0 ball game, and that's a 9. Hard ground ball, fielded by Eddie Collins. Sidearms at the first, 1 down. Bobby Clemente steps in the box. Clemente, though, for 2, ground out and struck out. Here's a pitch to Clemente. It's a 4 off Clemente, and that is going to be ball 4. And Clemente has a good lead. Clancy throws over. Gene Tennis at the plate. He's a right-handed hitter with good power. He's 1 for 2. He's singled and struck out. Here's the pitch that's outside. There goes Clemente. Throw down from Weiniger, and not in time. Late tag. And Clemente steals second base. So the tying run is at second now. Gene Tennis. Here's a pitch. And that is a 6 off the shutout card, and that's Chop. A chopper, it will be, let's see, Chop. Header out on first base, fielder's choice. Yeah, we're not doing that. Let's see. Let's see, he's a righty, so he's going to hold on that ground ball shortstop. All right, here's Rudy York. Pitch. He's got good power, this kid. It's an 8 off of York's card. That's ball 4. Puts runners on first and second. And we're going to bring in Enos Cabell to pinch run at second base. Actually, we're going to bring in Julio Cruz to pinch run at second base. Let me see if Cruz can play third base. I'd love for him to play third base. Bob Bailey can play third base, but he's not as fast as Cruz is. Cruz can score from second base easily. No, Cruz only plays second. He's a pretty good defensive second baseman as well. Learning my team playing these exhibition games. All right, so then I'm going to bring in Knight to play third. All right. Rick Burleson with runners on first and second. Cruz, the speedsters, pinch running at second base. 2 outs. Clancy still has a shutout card. Hey there, Molly. How are you, brother? Time travel baseball. Traveling through time. Just having lunch. I just woke up. It's about 6 a.m. here. All right, here's a pitch. And that is a 4 off of the shutout card. Strike 3. And Burleson caught looking. And that retires the side. We go to the top of the 8th inning. It's 1-0 Iron Butterflies. Tom Seaver against Butch Weiniger. This is the bottom of the order. Butch Weiniger, Jim Clancy, and Eddie Collins. Here's a pitch. That's a 7. That's going to be off Weiniger, and that's a fly ball. Right center field. Right there is Clemente, out number 1. Here's Clancy, the pitcher, with a double threes. And that is the batter card. And that's going to be a little ground ball and through into center field. Vic McBride plays it. Gets it in to Burleson. So Clancy's on at first, Eddie Collins now. And we are going to try a hit and run with Eddie Collins. There goes the runner. It's a 3-3, and we're going to see what it's off of. It's off the pitcher. No, it's off the batter. And that's a walk plus foul strike roll again. If it's another walk, it's a strikeout. Okay. So now we're taking it off. And that is a 3, and it is another walk, so that's a strikeout. That's funny. All right. Al Simmons with 2 outs and a runner on first. Here's a pitch from Tom Terrific. And that's a 6 off. Terrific. And that's a swing and a miss by Simmons, and that retires the side. So Seaver strikes out Simmons. We'll go to the bottom of the 8th. It's going to be the bottom of the order. McBride, a pinch hitter, I'm sure. Let me quickly just Al Simmons struck out there. Let me third baseman was new third baseman is going to be Ray Knight. So he's in there now at third for Tennis. Tennis is out. All right. And that's a strikeout. 10 the inning. Vic McBride leads us off here. Clancy in the bottom of the 8th has a shutout card. And that's an 8 off McBride. And that's a ground ball to the right side. Eddie Collins throws him out. All right, we're going to get a pinch hitter for Seaver. It's going to be Enos Cabell. Or we can do, actually, Moose Salters. It's going to pinch hit. Moose Salters. It's actually a lot of, I didn't think I could get used to having players from all different eras, but it's kind of cool. I'm getting used to it. I'm liking it. Moose Salters. He's a guy from the 40s. Played with the Browns. I have his 1936 Browns card. I get late 30s and early 40s. Moose Salters is pinch hitting with 1 out here against Jim Clancy, who's working with a shutout card. After the 7th, you get to use a shutout card. And here's the pitch. That is a 6 off the pitcher, and that is a ground ball to the third baseman. Roy Howell picks it up, fires the first in time. We'll go to the top of the order. Jimmy Pearsall, he's 0 for 3. Here's the pitch from Clancy. That's a 5 off Pearsall. That's a ground ball and through the left side for a single. Nellie Fox. There's a pitch, and that's a 6. A 6 is a comebacker to Clancy. Over to first, and that retires the side. So we're going to get a new pitcher for the Chomskys. It's going to be a lefty. This I find the iron butterflies are somewhat susceptible to lefties. So it's going to be Terry Forster coming in. See if we can track him down. Terry Forster. There he is. 78 Dodger ace, tough reliever. All right, Foster in for Seaver. Seaver's in line to take the loss in this game. Unfortunately, he's pitched a heck of a ball game. And let's see how Seaver's done in this game. Seaver, let's see. Seaver went 8 innings, gave up 4 hits and 9 strikeouts, 2 walks. All right, so the lefty Forster is going to be facing the Babe, Lou Gehrig, and Hack Wilson. Wow. A mini murderer's row. That's a swing and a miss by the Babe. And he goes down on strikes. Chased the ball that was a little bit out of the strike zone. Here's Lou Gehrig, another lefty. That's a 5, and that's a deep fly to right center field on his horse is Bake McBride. Will he get to it? Yes. Great catch. Bake McBride got a good read right off the bat. And here's Hack Wilson. And that is a 9 off Wilson, a rip to short. Burleson scoops, fires the first, and just got him. Hack Wilson was flying down the line, and he's not considered fast on his card. All right, last licks for the Chomskys. It's going to be Nelly. Oh, no, Keith Hernandez. The lefty. Julio, it's not going to be Julio Cruz, but Ray Knight. And then it will, how did Julio Cruz get in there? He ran for, wait a second. Okay, Roberto Clemente. Clemente should still be in there. And we'll fix that in a minute. Hold on a second. I think I put Clemente in the wrong place. Clemente's. Anyway, we'll fix it when we get there. All right, Keith Hernandez up. And Clancy's got a shutout card going. That's going to be an 8 off of Hernandez, and that's ball 4. Bobby Clemente's next. And here's a pitch, and that is a 5 off Clemente. That is a ground ball base hit. Through the infield, Hack Wilson. Runners on first and second now. And here is the third baseman, Ray Knight. Let's take a look at Ray Knight's card. It's a good third baseman. He's got power. Got some pop. Doesn't walk very much. 1980 Reds card. And we want to get that time run to third base. Do we have him bunt? He's not a really good bunter. We're going to have to let him swing away. Here goes. Pitch from the shutout card. That's a 10, and that is a short single, unless he's the same side as the pitcher, and he is, and that's a strikeout. That's your splits in effect. And here's Rudy York. Good power. Here's the pitch. Oh, that's going to be a 7. That's going to be a gamble card. Oh, no, not with the shutout card. That's a deep fly to right center field. Hack Wilson comes over, makes the catch. And now it's Rick Burleson. So the Chomskys are down to the last out in a 1-0 game. Runners on first and second. Jim Clancy pitching a shutout. And here's a pitch. And that is an 8. Burleson, that's chopped to the shortstop, Travis flips to Eddie Collins, and that's the ball game. And the final from the Chomsky Dome, it is the Iron Claws 1, the Chomskys nothing. And Tom Terrific takes his third loss of the exhibition season. This one, a tough 1-0 loss to Jim Clancy, who was no less than spectacular. Pretty impressive outing by Jim Clancy, trying to find a spot in the rotation. He's got Ed Walsh and Grover Cleveland ahead of him. And they got spots locked up. And now it's Clancy who's competing for that third spot. And that was it. So the Chomskys in the 3-game set, they win 1 and lose 2. This one was a heartbreaker. Tom Terrific. And we're going to set up the next game. It's going to be versus probably the team that we're facing in the first regular season game on Monday. We're going to set up that team, the players, and then we're going to set this up and probably play it either later today or tomorrow. And that's about it. From the Metrodome, from the Chomsky Dome, it is CP Cards and Dice with Lindsey Nelson and Ralph Connor. And we bid you farewell. Thanks for watching. Final score, Iron Butterflies 1, Chomsky's 0.